Hey guys, and welcome to Toolkit Treasures, the second episode. If you missed it, Yanti, who is with me, how are you?
Hello, I've decided to pronounce my name Jonty though, if that's okay.
No, I'm gonna keep saying Yanti, you know I will. But we decided to do a Toolkit Treasures series with the Thememakers Toolkit, all the amazing creations that are popping up in the workshop. It's amazing what is uploaded right now so far, and you already did the first episode last week together with me. And so if you have missed it, please go and check that one out, obviously. So we're gonna do this weekly, maybe.
I think weekly for now, while there's so much stuff going on, but we'll kind of just play it by ear. But yeah, we're gonna either way, we're gonna take it in turns, aren't we? So one next episode will be back on Geekism, and then we'll come back over here. So make sure you're following both channels so you don't miss an episode.
Yeah, exactly. So, I wanted to do this in Wonderland, but since the last update, it's not really doable anymore. I got like 5 FPS, so instead I just head over to my main street of the Land of Merryweather just to place it down, and we have like not an empty park in the back. So let's just start with the first one, and the first one is from Stinger Winger, and he made these marble, like the only thing you can see it already. What happens, like if you come in close, it looks really nice. I really like these statues.
These would look really good in like a nice gardens or something, wouldn't they?
Oh, definitely. You got a bigger one and a smaller one, so big props for you to have two different sizes. But as you can see, the only thing is, like, if you zoom out really quickly, it turns into a, I don't know how you call it, but
like a mush.
so yeah.
So technically then, this is because of LODs, what they call LODs, which is levels of depth. And the way that the Thememaker Toolkit works is you have to have 6 levels of depth built into your object. And each of these levels is zooming a bit further back. And you have to make each of them like a little less clear and a little less precise, you know? And it saves on processing power and saves on file size and stuff. The problem is, I found this myself with my stuff, is that the first couple of LODs like zoomed right in like you are now, and then if you just zoom back a little, you'll see that click.
Just a little bit, right?
So really what you have to do in your own stuff is make those first few LODs, like the first 2 or 3, pretty high definition, but then once you zoom right out, like if you go like a right zoom out of the main area, like really far out, it doesn't really matter that you're losing it then because you're so far away. Like you see there, like even on the big stuff, it's losing a little bit too much detail really, but once you start to get to about here, it doesn't matter so much, you know. But yeah, I think they're gorgeous, but I think they've just been a little bit aggressive with their LODs there.
Yeah, so this is something the creator can change, right?
Yeah, of course. It'd just be a re-upload for it, and I think it's one of those things that once you see it in the game, again, it's a little bit of a tweak. The problem is that as good as the stuff looks really zoomed in, you don't really play the game like this, really.
True.
The game, you normally play the game from, you know, sort of a little bit of more of a zoomed out view, so you've got to make sure that sort of middle level of LODs, that level 2 and level 3 are the ones that really look really good silhouettes.
But really awesome, really well made.
Looks gorgeous, yeah. The shadows are really good, and the material looks really good. Like I say, that'd look really nice in the middle of a like a beautiful park or a flower garden or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, we have a possessed table by Pixelated. Look at that, it's floating. It's
so cool.
This is like, I just wasn't expecting this at all when I saw it. Because Pixelated's already made a chair. I think it was the first animated thing we got on the workshop.
Really?
It was a floating chair. So I saw the table. I was like, oh, cool, a floating table. And then I put it in. I was like, and it just explodes into pieces. Look, poor cosmic cow's about to get took out by this table. It's really good. This would be perfect if you're doing like a really high fantasy kind of haunted house or something, you know, or making like a show coaster or whatever. There's been some really good horror show coasters around, like where you go around, it's like the building's possessed and all that. This would look so good in there because it's really creepy, the animation, you know, how it kind of like shakes before it splits.
It's super good. Yeah,
it is really good. I think as far as I'm aware, Pixelated is learning this, is using these as a way of learning the process and stuff, and it's really good. I mean, it's not the sort of thing I would use personally because I go for quite realistic realistic builds, but I think if you're happy to sort of suspend your disbelief a little and you're building haunted houses or whatever, this would go perfect in there.
Oh, definitely. Yes. And keep on trying, keep on practicing Pixelated, because I want more of this awesome stuff. It's really great. Okay, so next items are from Miss Red Nebula, and these are definitely one of my favorites. Like, these butterflies, and they are animated. They are really, really amazing. For those who do watch my Delaney in Wonderland, I have like a bee wheel, and I place them down in my park with all those yellow flowers and stuff. It looks so amazing. Like, I'm definitely going to use these in my Delaney in Wonderland. Like,
yeah,
I want to put them like everywhere.
I saw these come on the workshop, and as soon as I saw them, I was like, "These are so Delady. These are like exactly."
Yes.
Like you say, really sort of like over the top fantasy gardens. Again, these are just these are really good. So yeah, I think there's 4 altogether. So there's a small and a large one, and then for each one there's a sort of standing still and just sort of flapping, and then an actual sort of flying around one. And they're all flexicolor as well, so you can do some really gorgeous colours.
I was about to
look at that,
recolor them, because I haven't tried it yet, but oh gosh.
You can do some really good stuff.
Amazing.
And they're also, from a technical point of view, even though there's quite a lot going on here, like full Flexicolor animations. These are really great file size. They've she's done a really good job of getting these like shrunk down and optimized. So yeah, really impressive. It's the same person who did the gulpy waving sign that we showed in the last episode. Right. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more from them, because so far we've had nothing but gold.
I really feel like this feels as if we are watching at a new DLC. Like, we are enjoying
kind of quality,
all the
isn't it?
new
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, it's just so amazing, so well done. Like, this is really making me so hyped. I really can't wait to use everything. Like, it's not even possible to use everything, but you know,
you'd have to have a possessed table with butterflies on. I don't know if it'd all go.
I have a haunted house, so that
these could be spooky
work.
Butterflies.
Just make them pitch black.
Next up, we have an absolute massive selection of stuff by Castaway. Really, really impressive stuff. This is all considered part of their Ancient Egypt set, I think. Although I actually think the crates are classed as adventure. But one thing I love about this is that they're building sets. They're adding in themes that the game doesn't have. It's not just like single items. It's, they're planning on doing full sets of stuff that fits. So we have this awesome wall set that's covered in hieroglyphics. There are 2 different columns, a regular wall, a 2-meter high wall, an archway, a couple of other different variations on walls, and well, as you can see just there, they're fantastic. They're really well detailed. They've got really nice normal maps on them, so you get really nice shadows on the hieroglyphics and stuff. And then we have a really good quality animatronic crates. These are really good. So we've got one that kind of shakes like there's something in there, and the other one I think is really nice. This one that hangs down and has a very slight sway to it. It's really subtle. Again, these are frontier quality stuff, they really are. This is that one especially. Those crates, they could have gone in the adventure DLC. Like, I wouldn't have even blinked.
I remember him saying in my Discord server that he really tries to stay in the Planet Coaster style. So
and you can really tell it's something. I mean, I'm a total noob to all this. I've only ever started 3D modeling when the thing came out, and I've made like a couple of things, but it's something I'm trying to do as well. And I think it's one of those things that like you can make these really super high res, like we talked about the coffee cups last time. That Red Mist has now redone and made them look much better Planco, which is really good. But you can make these super high def and shiny things, and they just don't look right when you put them down. They look like pasted on or false almost, within Blanco. You've got to kind of get that look and feel right, and Castaway totally has done here. Especially we've got a camel as well, which is really great. Great size, so really subtle animation. If anyone's working on a zoo or anything, we've already got, what have we got in the game from adventure? Crocodiles, hippos, snakes, I guess, all a bit big.
Oh yeah, we now have
so
many
camels as well.
Already, but
my only thing, and this is the smallest little thing, and it doesn't really matter, is that is a Bactrian camel with 2 humps, and they are found in Asia, not in Africa. So this is not an Egyptian camel.
We won't tell anyone.
I've just told everyone who watches this video, but other than that, no, I'm not going to tell anyone.
No, but it's really, really well made. Like, I have seen some really awesome pictures and GIFs of stuff he is still working on.
Oh man, it's crazy, some of the stuff.
It's
like,
incredible.
He's been
So
creating some animatronic people, but he got the plank. They look like Planko people, you know. It's just really, really good.
You can't wait to see them. Like,
yeah, definitely want to
everyone
watch.
keep an eye on Castaway. Like, seriously, this is promising to be even better than it already is. Like, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we're gonna stay for a little bit more from creation from Castaway, because these are his T-Rexes. Now, he is still working on them. Like, I told him, like, those arms are just a little bit off to me, like a little bit too thin. So he's still working on them. He's still trying to improve it, but it's so amazing that he created it for Planet Coaster. Like, the animations are really good.
They really are, yeah. Again, like you say, little things that could be tweaked. I think the tail needs to move a little bit. The feet on the feeding animation are a little off. They move a little. But, I mean, like, it's nitpicks. You know what? These are still a million times better than most of the other stuff on the workshop, you know. Look at Chief Beef, can't believe his eyes look behind. Look at him. Chief Beef's like, my God, this T-Rex is here. What is going on? So yeah, no, they're really good, and they're fully colorable as well. So even with these, these are they're colorable. So you've got two models, and with they actually the look of them changes quite a lot with recolors as well. So if you get in there and have some really nice subtle browns and greens and stuff, it almost looks like you've got a couple of different dinos.
Awesome.
Yeah. They're really good.
That's even better, I think, than in orange, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think the colours that they come with are a little bit funky. I think if you tone them down to some more like subtle greens and browns, it really makes them start to pop. Maybe textures are maybe a little shiny still. One thing a lot of us have noticed as we've started to really get to grips with the Toolmakers kit is that Planko is a shiny game. Like, if you like the stuff that goes into the game, it comes out much shinier than it looks in your authoring software, in whatever you're using to make the stuff in the first place. So you've got to really go in and sort of dull down the textures with roughness maps and things like that. So yeah, I mean, although it should be, you know, it's scaly skin or whatever, I think that they're a little shiny, but I mean, it's still excellent work. Look at that with the food, eating the steak and everything. You know, I know there are people who've got Jurassic World rides or Jurassic Park rides now with these janky ass art shaped dinos that are going to go straight into them and throw them out and stick these straight in. And that's for me personally exactly what the Thememakers Toolkit is all about. Just being able to fix these gaps, you know, because part of the whole fun of Planko is making stuff out of the bits, you know, it's putting it together like Lego, isn't it? But some things you just can't quite get them looking right, you know. And that's what the Thememakers Toolkit is for, really. I think is to kind of fill those gaps. Like, I mean, I'm not comparing myself to somebody who can animate dinosaurs, but I made a mop bucket this week in mine because I really wanted a mop bucket, and it was just something I couldn't do.
You can show that next week then.
Okay, but it was just something I couldn't do with art shapes, you know. I just couldn't get it looking good at all because it was so small. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to just learn to 3D model then and make one.
I can't wait to see those. I haven't seen them yet, so that's gonna be super excited for next week.
Okay, we're gonna get some spoopy going on here now. We have a Haunted Mansion sign by Fruit Loop. Really great. So this is taken from Disney Haunted Mansion rides. I just remember in the last episode I said that we're gonna get loads of Disney stuff because there's gonna be really high res photos of all the stuff, you know, and that looks like exactly what they've done here. They've taken like a really high-res photo and strapped it in. So again, I know a lot of people have got Haunted Mansion recreations. They're going to be able to pop this in. It's really good. Looks good.
I put it down in my Delady in Wonderland and my Haunted Mansion, and it looks really good. Just a pillar, it just works.
Yeah, I think it fits really nicely on some brick pillars.
Definitely keep her.
And then inside the mansion, you can now add yourself a pillory. So this is new to me. I'll be honest with you, this has corrected me because I would have called this a stocks. But I've had a little Google, and it turns out stocks are for your feet, and this is for your arms and your head, and that's what makes it a pillory. So I've learned something today, so I'm happy. The spikes are horrific.
They're terrifying.
Yeah, so it gets this. I'll be honest with you, this gets scarier as we go on. Okay, so we have these stocks. These are made by Best Danny. So this pillory here, again, lovely wood textures, really nicely done. Really happy with that. Looks spot on. Nice use of normals and stuff. And then alongside that, also by Best Danny, we have a stretching rack. This is for somebody who's got a bit of back pain or something. Can get put on here and pulled out.
I actually tried. Can we get a skeleton?
Oh yeah. How do they fit?
If it.
Oh, it's not a bad fit. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not really sure which one I had.
Well, you can get all the bones separate, so you could make one that fits.
Yeah.
You could do like a funny thing actually with you could use like arm bones to make a really long neck and do like a really long stretched out neck with a head or something, you know. So
but
yeah,
just to give an idea of the size,
yeah.
like it's perfect.
It's spot on, yeah.
Skeletons.
That's really good.
Definitely.
Again,
and
great
it's
bit of
really
filler.
Really
oh my god, what was that
detailed.
Then? There was something super spoopy coming up here. Oh my god, the scariest thing on the workshop. The ghost carousel. This is the animated playground carousel, also by Best Danny as well. So at some point they've had a bit of a change of heart. They were making some really gruesome stuff, and then they were like, we need to lighten the mood a bit here. Let's make a carousel. So yeah, carousel roundabout, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Again, this is really nice. What I'd probably do with this, because it's animated, you can... Oh, excuse me. Get out of the way, you. You can animate it. I would set this to a trigger probably within a playground. So I think I'd have this.
Can you trigger it?
Yeah, if it's animated, you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah. So I would maybe just have this going off every minute or two.
Play
just
once
around a little bit. Yeah.
every 3 seconds.
Yeah, sure, exactly.
Perfect.
So you can see it start and stop. I think that would probably be. It's got a nice sort of slow down and speed up and stuff. That's probably what I would do. So yeah, again, a lot of people have parks. I know. I think, have you done one? I know Silverette did one for Koala Beach, didn't he?
No, I didn't make any.
You've never done one,
yet,
but if you were to do one,
I'm pretty sure if there are more stuff,
yeah,
then,
it's one of those things that I thought we'd see more of actually, because I know a lot of people try and make them themselves out of shapes, and they can often end up a bit clunky. So I thought we'd see a lot more of them actually. But this is the first one I've seen that can really fit nicely into a playground, because a lot of theme parks have them, you know, sort of play areas for kids.
Definitely. But I'm still hoping for Frontier to add something as in a usable playground.
That would be cool.
Like we have picnic benches. Like,
yeah.
Something you can just place down at a pathway and they would use
and they go on a swing
or
whatever.
Yeah,
maybe
that would be amazing.
But
I have no idea if they will, but it's a big wish.
Yeah, until then we can use the stocks and the the roundabout.
Yeah. So last item, guys, is something really special. Crapzone, one of my followers and one of my members of my amazing community, made this lovely gate for me. Like, it's so beautiful. I remember that he wanted to create it in animation. I'm not really sure though if he's still working on that, but this is just really, really gorgeous. I really love this one, and I feel so honored that you made this gate. I didn't even ask, like, can someone make me a gate? No, you just made this all by yourself, and it's just amazing. It's really beautiful.
I'm not too happy about this, to be honest.
No, it's not your name, right?
Nobody from my community's made me a gate.
Oh, look, and then Princess Amelie walks by.
No, this is really nicely done. It's awesome that they've done it in 2 parts, so you can have the gate open or closed or whatever, you know. So
definitely.
But yeah, I
really need to find a special spot for it.
Yeah, definitely. Just that's how I would have it. I think just slightly ajar like that. I think that's really good. But just move the camera up a bit and point down, just so we can see the name a bit clearer. There you go. Not that much. Just a little less. Just so you can read the name against the path, because it was quite hard to see before. There you go. There, that looks good. Look at that. Look at the detail on that D. That is so good.
So nice.
Yeah.
I remember it was a really hard struggle to get the lighting well, but. Yeah. You did it, and it's amazing.
I remember seeing this like ages before the Thememakers Toolkit came out. They'd done some work on this, hadn't they? I remember seeing it on your Discord, maybe even like a month or so ago, like in Blender or whatever software they used.
True.
So they've been waiting. They've been waiting for the Thememakers Toolkit to come out to be able to put this into the game for you. It's lovely, yeah, and it's very much your style. I mean, look, it fits perfect there, doesn't it? You know, obviously you've got to put it in the right spot, but it just really fits with that sort of fanciful, sort of grandiose build style that you have. So yeah, it's really, really nicely done. Well done.
I love it. Well done, Crapzone, and thank you so much.
If Crapzone wanted to maybe get rid of your name, the gate just on its own would actually be really useful.
No, I won't allow him to.
Oh, okay, right.
Just kidding.
Because the only one we have like this in the game is from the Spooky Pack, and it's got all like fangs and stuff over it.
I think this one is better detailed.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. It really is. But like I said, there's a spooky one that I've used somewhere, but I had to kind of I don't know what you'd search for it, but I had to kind of cover up bits of it because it's got like fangs and like also like spooky stuff going on, and I just wanted like a really nice or like wrought iron gate. There you go, that one there.
Gate.
Yeah, there you go. You see?
Oh yeah, this one is indeed
it's a bit better
spooky
scale.
detailed.
Yeah. There we go. It's a bit better scale, your one. But then look, if you see on the left and right, there's like fangs and
and on top you see skeletons.
Yeah, exactly. Spiders. There's a big spider there and stuff. So
it's definitely a spooky gate.
Yeah, it's just nice to have a nice plain wrought iron gate, I think, that we've got. So
Definitely.
If they fancy taking your name off and throwing it up there, I'm sure people will be very grateful.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to leave a like, of course, if you did. Yanti, it was so much fun having you here.
It was lovely being here. You know, like when we did that first episode, there was about 80 to 100 things on the workshop. It's quite easy to pick the best 10. We've kind of struggled this week. There's stuff we've missed that it's just good enough to be in here, but we didn't want the video to be half an hour long, you know. The quality of stuff going up has really ramped up over the last few days. I'm really impressed.
And it's going really quick. So I think if we are able to, we will definitely do a weekly video.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Can't wait to see all those new creations. So if you also have some stuff you really want us to share you made with the Thememakers Toolkit, you can also join our Discord servers. I will link them both in the description down below. And of course, let us know what is your favorite. We also make a list of all the items, and we put that in the description too if you want to download it. And please also make sure to rate them in the Steam Workshop, of course, to thank these awesome creators of what they are doing with the Thememakers Toolkit.
Most definitely, yeah. And also, if there's anything you see on the workshop that you think we might have missed, make sure you pop a link in the comments down below as well, so we can maybe look at adding it for next episode.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next week's episode at Yanti, his channel. Bye, guys.
Bye.